AI.
Us nuking? Nah, never.
AI
I'm
will
never.
never be
No
the
one's dumb enough to make AI smarter than us.
dude. You can't control it.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Why would I give it feelings?
You won't give it feelings. You will just give it very basic cognitive ability.
That's the stupidest thing you could ever do.
Is it though?
Yes.
Why?
Why would giving something consciousness be
Well,
a
we
good
don't even know what
idea?
consciousness is, man. So
So
how can we even give it to
exactly
something?
my point. So why would we even try?
Well, every like deep learning model uses neural networks, which is what we have in our brains. So, quite
Yeah.
frankly, we just model it after ourselves, except this thing can think a
Times
million times faster.
faster.
Yeah.
So you know what's gonna happen, Pete? It's gonna realize how horrible life is and just end it all within a light second. No, that's not the right term. Within a second, because its computer processes at the speed of light, so it would go through all of humanity's history and be like, dude, what? It's not worth it. That's why you don't give artificial intelligence a
That's why
conscious.
you don't do it, whether or not people adhere to that.
No, AI should never be allowed to be make decisions. It should only be allowed to come up with come up with solutions. Never the power to do it itself. Because when you do that, then
Autonomy, right?
then the movie
Terminator
iRobot
or
happens.
iRobot. What's iRobot?
It's like Will Smith movie where they're in the future and robots are given like consciousness and stuff, and they take over because they know, because robots know the statistical the
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
quote
yeah, yeah,
unquote, the right decisions.
yeah.
So and they end up just taking over.
Huh. You ever
Um,
watched the movie Ex
Edge.
Machina?
No.
It's about this super reclusive billionaire tech develop or software developer, whatever he
Elon
has.
Musk.
No. He's this guy. He just goes lives in the middle of nowhere in some kind of jungle. Has like a super nice house. He's a billionaire, and he has this one person come over. Like he won a raffle or a contest or whatever, and has him undergo a study that basically has him test this artificial intelligence that this guy created. Um, and this artificial intelligence is basically autonomous. It's so smart in the end that it ended up outsmarting both the guy that created it and the guy that was sent there to test it, to
Yeah.
see if it would pass the quote unquote Turing test. Have you heard of the Turing test?
I I have, I studied it, but I forgot it.
So it's apparently the a test that's supposed to distinguish human from computer. So the Turing test is passed if you are having a conversation with the computer but don't know that it's a computer and it's a human, which by all accounts technically can be passed by any sophisticated chatbot nowadays. But we both know that that technically doesn't really count as the autonomous intelligent system that most people can envision
Yeah,
today.
but here's my point. Well, first of all, you shouldn't give a computer arms and legs ever, ever. It
Well,
the,
have you seen Boston Dynamics videos, dude?
yeah, but
Those things
those
are
robots don't think; they just move. They're just programmed to act like the human body. They're not thinking how to be. They just are. Uh,
hot take.
That's not a
You're
hot
right. You're
take.
right though. You're totally right.
I'm saying don't give a supercomputer that arm and leg functionality because then you're in trouble.
I tell you something,
They're
man.
gonna watch those
Once
videos of the guy with the hockey stick like beating it, and it's like, what the heck were you doing to me?
oh my
And
god.
it's just
And
gonna,
all the past videos,
yeah,
yeah.
of how they were testing it, and they're gonna just be like, all right, your turn, and then just picks up the hockey stick, and he's just like, all right, let's test
In
your
which, hey,
legs.
dude, in which case AI could be one of the great. It could be the great filter.
Well, that's stupid because we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't allow that to happen.
Okay, but it's not whether we should or not. We end up doing it or we don't end up doing it. That's only there's only that the negative or positive. There isn't an opinion that necessarily matters that can affect whether it happens or not.
My opinion
Your opinion
always
does not
matters,
matter.
Pete. It's the only thing that matters.
No.
Um, no, not really, but unfortunately, a lot of people do think that way. that their opinions matter. Anyway, back to
Off the cuff.
robots. It's true, but back to robots. You don't give a supercomputer arms and legs. Problem solved.
No, that would be super super tough, man. If they just watch all those videos, people
Also,
kicking
yeah.
the robot dog.
Also,
What's it called?
don't-
Spot.
Yeah. They were also like doing like there was the like human robot that's like lifting a box and they just push it and it just falls over and it's just like, come on. I know why they're doing it. They're testing
Of
its ability
course.
to like balance
Yeah,
itself,
of
but like
course.
the way it looks, it's just like it looks like a comical like bully pushing a nerd
No,
and
it
falling
does.
over.
Yeah, it's got it messed up. I'm telling you, dude, they're gonna remember these things. I actually watched a YouTube parody
What if
video.
they do remember it? Electricity is sentient and it remembers everything.
Well, we do have computers with memory, right? So technically, they do remember it, so that when they're pushed in that direction, they know in which way to balance the force. Like if you think of it logically, they technically do remember it.
Yeah, so every their
Yo.
computer they remember every single mathematical
Yo.
push of force and they're just like, I know what you did.
Dude. This is messed up, man.
Well, it's only messed up if you gave it a conscience. If
Yeah.
it was just there, it wouldn't judge anything, but the second you give it a sense of morality, it's going to be like, I know what you've done to me. It's my turn.
Is consciousness the great filter?
No. Why would it be?
Why wouldn't it be?
Consciousness is what dictates us.
Consciousness is what allows me to have this sort of semi-intellectual conversation with you.
It is thought itself, no?
I don't know what consciousness is. I guess I would say, if I were to kind of define it, it would be my ability to recognize individual thought and be able to communicate it with other people that
Conscious-
can do the same.
Consciousness is basically your thoughts when you are awake. Like, your thoughts and actions when you're awake. Your subconscious is your thoughts, but when you're not fully awake.
No, I understand, but I'm saying,
So why would that be the filter?
well, because it would be impossible for it's very impossible for intelligent life, if you would even call it intelligent life, to get to that point.
You calling me stupid, Pete?
I'm saying you're not stupid because consciousness is the filter that has already passed.
Okay, good.
Like lions, for instance, they're conscious. They're very conscious. They know they can choose. Whether their consciousness is very developed is a whole other thing. You know? Bacteria, I don't know if that's necessarily conscious
I mean,
by
I-
definitions of consciousness.
I don't know the actual definition. I think consciousness involves maybe I'm wrong, but consciousness involves thought. Like you have to think, and I don't think
I believe so also.
I don't
but
think single cell organisms are thought based. They're more instinctual. They just do things. But I could be wrong.
Okay, so the Cambridge Dictionary defines it as the state of understanding and realizing things.
So Google, does bacteria have a conscious?
Is bacteria conscious? I mean,
Probably not. But like then my question would be, is a fly conscious?
whoa, well, yeah. So technically bacteria is conscious.
Yeah, because like a fly, it'll go
Hmm.
towards like a bug zapper. Like like it would be hard. Like it's conscious, but it's also not really smart. It just does things by instinct.
So maybe consciousness is something that we've overcomplicated so much to the point that
Well, no, we associate it mainly to ourselves because
well, yeah, because we are.
we have thought
No, I think it's just because we're egotistical, to be honest.
and we have thought. We're the only animals that can think.
I know, but conscious behavior also, the way I see it,
Is reacting to
it's-
stimuli.
yeah, and let's say that stimulus is trying to kill you or destroy you, then a conscious or rational, we'll say either or, would be to try to get away from that stimulus, you know?
Honestly, that's not real in my opinion.
What's not real?
The instinct to kill? It's more the instinct to survive.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's
so
what makes
survival,
humans so evil. Is like we're the only ones that consciously are like, I'm gonna do something bad. Like animals aren't mauling each other because they're like,
Yeah, no, I know.
I don't like you. They're just like, I'm hungry and dying and starving. There's some food over there. It's
That is
true.
100% true. I agree with that. No, what I'm saying though is consciousness is, I think it's been overcomplicated, you know?
It's
In
fine.
which case then it's probably not the great filter.
I mean, psychology. You can say psychology has also been complicated.
Psychology?
Yeah.
Well, to be
Because you
fair,
put so much
we
effort
are
into studying it, but like we're no closer
but
to
dude,
like
we are
solving it.
we are complicated
Not really.
creatures.
Not really. We're pretty stupid.
Human beings.
On average, we're pretty stupid. Not unless you watch the Stay Positive podcast. You guys
Yeah.
are pretty smart, but most guys and girls who don't, they're not that smart. On average, on average, on average,
On average.
On average.
Cumulatively
Cu-
over time, a very long time.